Hello, Sleuth. My name is Ave, and this is the video channel for Care Bear Comics. Now, you may wonder, why is my face not being shown? Well, it's because this is the focus of the video today, and this, right here, a timer. What does that mean? Well, there's a common challenge that goes on around. 10 minutes, 1 minute, 10-second challenge. I wanted to get in on that and record my own 10-minute, 1 minute, 10-second challenge. I actually already did start this video right here. It was started and it sucks. It's terrible. And my phone decided to shut off and I accidentally put my pin to unlock the phone into the video. So it's a good excuse to just not go with that and instead just go anew and try something different. So because I've got the 10-minute, 1 minute, 10-second sort of thing, I should just try to go a lot faster and get this face a lot bigger. The reference I'm going off of is a larger reference. So I can do that, and on a better page of the sketchbook. I was going off the first page of the sketchbook, of the schemes book, because I didn't want to waste space. Now I am going to waste a little space. I'm not going to draw here. And it's also possible I might speed up the footage of the 10 minutes, maybe even the 1 minute, but I doubt that. I doubt it for both. But if I do speed it up, I'm going to use the theme song for Almighty Protectors. Flamethrower doesn't have a theme song, though I have an idea for how it could go. And maybe one day I'll have the money to commission somebody for it. But yeah, it'll be a picture of Flamethrower. I use a reference for her because I've got a specific person for her to look like, just so I can be more consistent in the way I draw her, if there really is any consistency in anything I do. Now, I'm probably just going to be talking all through this, so I'm probably just going to be not. My brain doesn't think sometimes. I'm probably not going to speed it up, but let us go. Here's the problem with that. Putting that there actually does get in my way. It's also going to distract me because it keeps doing that rather than, the stuff that I'd like it to do. And if you notice, Flamethrower has a little bump in her nose, and she has a little dip there and a little dip there. I need to actually draw. Thing is, I draw quickly. If you didn't notice by how poorly I draw, no, it doesn't go like that. Her face doesn't go like that. What am I doing? It doesn't dip in there. Problem is, I put the nose too far back. This is going to be so annoying. But this time I'm committing myself. And the thing is, if I have more to go, then, well, I'll try to figure out other details to put in. Because that's actually one of the things with the 10-minute challenge, is knowing what details, well, how to use the 10 minutes. It's not just go until you've finished. You need to also deal with the fact that you need to go all the way through. That's actually one of those things that the box office artist does this challenge. And his thing is, well, he's done, like, multiple hours, and the whole thing there is how he will still fill up stuff on the page when there's so much to go. Now, it should be noted, Flamethrower has reptilian eyes because she's a quarter dragon. Now, I don't normally draw much detail after this, but okay, wait, well, that there, actually, I'm not going to color it, so let's get some freckles, and I can just do that in the inking stage, but just at least some indications, because she has freckles. That's an important part of it, too. I'm almost halfway through. That's pretty nifty. Now, if I can figure this out, I'll put some eyelashes in there because, well, she does wear makeup, and that's actually where her brow should be, right around here and here. I could have done her without her mask on. Ooh, that's about how that should go. So this hair should be shorter down. As you can see, I don't always have a definite idea of where things should go. It would be better to me if I would have had her, like, with her torso towards us so I could draw her logo. I keep trying to put the cap on this pen on the back of it. It doesn't fit. So that's an annoying thing there. My computer's fan is so loud. It is ridiculous. 512. Maybe the majority of my time here, or the majority of my I cannot draw eyebrows, eyelashes properly. But maybe the majority of my time inking is going to be spent on her freckles, or maybe it'll be kind of a failure because I won't have anything left to do. Because my goodness, I'm already so far into this. Because, well, again, I'm not all that good of an artist. Oh, look, I just made a mistake there. Oh, and I know I've had somebody mention on my comic about my shaky lines. And yes, I know they're shaky. They are, it's something I'm acutely aware of, and I'm always trying to find a way to fix. That person was doing a legitimate critique, and I will not fault them for any amount of the critique they have done. But I still want to defend myself. Maybe I'll show you when I'm done here, doing all this stuff. Oh, no freckles yet. I need that. Thing is, when I get into the 1 minute, 10 minute, well, the 1 minute and 10 seconds sort of stuff, I don't know if I'll do the 1 second. Maybe I will. It's that um, I'm not going to do the freckles on those, because why the heck would I do freckles when I am not, um, when I'm only really doing them here for the sake of trying to fill out my 10 minutes. I don't usually draw them anymore. I used to draw them on the character, but tangents. One thing I was going to do, I thought I'd do, maybe, is show the reason why my lines are so shaky. It's not so much an excuse, though, because other people have the problem. I know they do, and they're able to work with it. But I'll just say now, I have what's called an essential tremor. I don't know what's so essential about it, but it means my hands shake. It runs in the family, hands shaking, and that is just a situation as far as it goes. Funny thing is, if I speed up the footage of me drawing here up for the 10-minute, then you guys aren't going to hear any of this. So I've said a lot here in these 10 minutes. I'm filling up time in a way, but I'm also just thingamajig. There, my brain just decided to stop thinking again. I think, like what the box office artist does, I am going to move into, when I move to the 10-second, straight up inks. No penciling whatsoever. Thing is, some people actually get into colors with that. Ooh, I'm streaking this eraser. It's Dollar Tree eraser, so it sucks. But it helps me here because look, I've got 34 seconds left. All I have to do is, well, add a little bit of flair. She has fire powers, so let's get some fire powers in. Let's show them being affected, you know, just a little random things like that. It's almost done. There we go. Now, okay. Yeah, it's a Dollar Tree. Why am I doing that? That was part of the 10 minutes. That's one of the things I'll have be part of my 10 minutes thing is erasing. So, that extra erasing I did, pretend I didn't do it. You know, pretend that bit is still there. Here we go. 10 minutes drawing flamethrower. And it was annoying because I still had time. Now, the thing with these challenges is the next one has to be the same angle, the same pose, draw the same one for that amount of time. Now, I know for a fact 1 minute I'm not going to be able to get it done very well. But I can try. Oh man, all that streaky. That's what I get for not waiting for it to for the ink to dry. I could have just done pencils and then had a lot of time afterwards. But I did the inks. Okay. This one will actually be a lot harder to finish on time. This 1 minute is a heck of a thing. You know what? No inks. Well, no pencils. Inks all the way. Oh, that one over there. And then over this, because I did have the hair go tastefully beside her face. Oh, well, it's, this is going to cover her mask. I did not intend for that to be. Well, this is why I don't do this challenge. I didn't want her frowning. Okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Sorry. There's a cat in the house and I'm allergic. Yeah, I'm not going to use the pencil at all for the 10 second. The 10 second is going to be a heck of a thing because if I couldn't do much of a drawing in in a minute, 10 seconds is going to be like, let's label these. Okay. Let's go 10 seconds. Okay. This one is going to look terrible. So let's go. Let's see what 10 seconds is going to bring us with this. Oop, already messed it up. 10 seconds. Other people are actually able to get more of the 10 seconds than I am. Kind of got her mask. And I drew it wrong anyways because I was rushing. Because that's what happens when you rush. Your art doesn't look as good. That's actually a good moral lesson in this. If you rush your art, it gets progressively worse. Don't count this. That was less than 10 seconds. I mean 10 minutes. Not so good. And that's about how fast I normally draw. In fact, I had to draw more. So, if I don't draw very well and and in 10 minutes, you know, if how fast I draw doesn't let me draw very well, it means I should be focusing more time. The better I get, faster I can get and still draw well. Because, let's think of the box office artist, this would have been at least a decent drawing for him. My goodness. In fact, for the box office artist, this might have actually been his 10 second. And yes, I'm going with him because he's the one I can immediately think of that tends to do these sorts of drawings. But a lot of people have done it. And that's just ridiculous. So, if you ever wonder any of that, I think my next video, just so you know, is going to be a character introduction for the Elemental 4 and 4 other characters. Once I get those character introductions all run through, then, you know, I'll deal with that. Man, this video is actually taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, once I'm through with character introductions, I'll figure out other stuff to do. Because I'll eventually finish them in not too long, really. Might take a couple more months. But, yeah, what I should say is, for one thing, take your time. If you need to, take your time, because that's not very good. And that was the most time, though. But it's a good challenge to help be able to figure out form. But anyways, if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And no matter what, though, this is a requirement. Have yourself